USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show, starring Ian Pelham Turner and Helena CHARD. Brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence, Investors in People. This program is brought to you in part by the British School of Excellence and founder, Mr. Philip Sykes, building confidence, changing lives. Do you share our view that etiquette is a set of modern life skills that are essential for personal and professional success? Join us as an etiquette coach and change people's lives through the power of etiquette and manners.
The last few days have been really amazing. I had the trainer course from the British School of Etiquette.
And I must say it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made and one of the best investments I've made in my own training and development.
Now, words alone will not describe the transformation and the positive path that I have traveled with the British School of Etiquette.
I found I learned a lot from the lessons this time I came.
The last few days with the British School of Etiquette have been fantastic.
And what I've learned now is really beyond my expectations.
This is the most rewarding experience and the best investment I have made this year.
It was just great. I learned so much, and when I go back to Belgium I will incorporate a lot of it into my day-to-day life and business.
It's been absolutely wonderful for the whole week that we were here.
I feel transformed, and I feel like blowing a trumpet and tell people, come and do this school. This class is the best. This is the best school ever.
You should take it. It will change your life immediately.
I am now able to teach other people how to bring the best of them.
Thank you. Thank you, BSc.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to our clients for their testimonials on the Train the Trainer program. Our exponential and global growth is so significant that we've evolved from the British School of Etiquette to the British School of Excellence, where we're investors in people. Let us invest in you and your career. Contact us to become an etiquette coach. Go to thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. Start your career and elevate your success today.
Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Royally Rich Lifestyle Show on ALB UK TV. So today we're going to really respond to International Women's Day, and Helena here has been really
I've been at an
one event already.
I have been at an event this morning. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So honouring the achievements of so many wonderful, wonderful women. And I mean, obviously, you know, it should be every day, shouldn't it? But it's always good. It's a reminder, isn't it?
Absolutely right.
And I think it's been going, you know, since something like 1909.
Absolutely right. Okay, so let's just roll the titles and let's get on with the show. Well, you're beaming away there.
I know. I've had
How did you enjoy this morning, your International Women's Day?
Do you know what? It was so lovely to see so many upbeat people who are just so enthusiastic to talk about their businesses, to talk about, women, inclusion, because I think it's hashtag inspiring inclusion, isn't it? And talking about gender equality, and honestly, to hear the stories of some of these amazing women, I just feel really quite humbled. It's a bit of a dash, but obviously you have to make these events.
How important is International Women's Day for people like you now? Is it really, is it something that really you look forward to each year?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, you have these special days, and I think it's always a reminder. But it's one day that people can come together and celebrate, but you can obviously do that every day. I just think it's a really good reminder, and I think especially for people from certain cultures as well. I mean, I learned, it was a learning curve for me this morning, and I love learning. So all in all, yeah, it was great. Invest in women. That's the way forward, and I think
absolutely. And now we're going to talk about royal women today.
Absolutely, and it being International Women's Day, I think Catherine, the Princess of Wales, I think we should start on. Obviously, she's still recuperating, but she's been spotted, which is great.
This photograph, it's not been used in Britain, but it's used right across the world.
So somebody was obviously sat there for days. Paparazzi, it's a very long, taken far away because it's very grainy. I have seen it, although it's not been released in the UK because it's not allowed. We actually do have very strict laws here, which I'm pleased about, because I do think that people need their privacy. Children need to be children. If people are recuperating because they're ill, you can't just take photographs. So this has gone around everywhere, social media, at the States, everywhere. So so I'm just pleased that she's been doing well. She was seen being driven by her mother, probably off the school run. And I think people need to just calm down with their conspiracy theories.
Yes.
She's okay. And I do think the fact that her sister Pippa is away somewhere sunny, and obviously Gary Goldsmith, Bunkle, he's known as Bad Uncle.
Well, this is
on,
it. He's apparently he's been on what is it?
Celebrity Big Brother. He's on at the moment, which must have horrified them. But the fact that the good thing to think about, the fact that he's on it, he wouldn't have been on it if there was a problem with Kate. I think people have been genuinely quite worried. So he's on it. He is, I think he's probably. It's going to upset people, but hopefully he's going to be good. So far, he loves Kate. It's quite obvious. One thing he did say is that he finds it very hard to get hold of her, and I thought, probably because she's not answering the phone.
Probably not on the phone. But he was also saying that he thought that Harry and Meghan, or Harriet, might be coming back as well. He had thoughts on that, I think.
I think he did. I think it was more to do with, wouldn't it be great if they could make it up? I don't think it was. The media's misconstrued words. Yeah. But there is.
But Kate's got another story as well.
Kate's got another story. Gosh, yes. So the Ministry of Defence, now that's the Army, a huge blunder. They made a huge blunder in that they said that she would be part of Trooping of the Colour. Now that's the official birthday parade.
And we're actually showing a photograph of the last time she was at Trooping the Colour with this big brimmed hat that she had as well.
Absolutely stunning, that look, with those lovely earrings, that beautiful green. But she is the Colonel of the Irish Guards, and what they've said on the website is that she would be not on the main day, because I think the main day is Saturday, June the 15th, but on June the 8th, there's a rehearsal, but it's the last special rehearsal date. And she's supposed to be there, as she is Colonel of the Irish Guards, inspecting the troops. But of course, then Kensington Palace quickly came in and said, look, we've not given you that information. You haven't got authority to put it up.
They've sold the tickets already.
They sold lots of tickets, because I have a feeling she probably will be there, fingers crossed.
I would imagine.
But it was just a bit of a mix-up.
But who is taking a break at the moment is Camilla.
She is. She's taking a break. Tired Camilla is taking a break. A well-deserved break, I would say. There's been lots of speculation with her, but apparently she's done something like 13 extra jobs on top of her usual work. She's found it pretty hard. I mean, she's 76, isn't she, or slightly older? So she's so strong. So I always say this, she's so engaging. She really is a very lovely woman. So she's just each year she takes a break. And in fact, it's just simply royal custom. So she's been whizzed off somewhere beautiful and hot, not with her husband, King Charles, which again is a good sign. So good for her. She'll be back doing a job on March the 11th, I think.
Excellent. So very quickly, St Paul's Cathedral now.
So St Paul's Cathedral is beautiful, built by the architect Sir Christopher Wren in the 17th century. It's steeped in so much history, but and we've shot there. We've done loads of shoots there, haven't we? I know that Charles and Princess Diana got married in 1981. I wasn't shooting that, but the late Queen's Diamond Jubilee 2012, Thatcher's funeral 2013, we were there. But there's a special thing now that's been announced, which I would love if I could do it. So it's two guests. It's a very special time. And they can stay actually at St Paul's Cathedral. They have to apply via Airbnb on the 12th. Apparently they can stay overnight on the 15th. But the secret gem here is this beautiful library which has just been zooped up. And there's 22,000 manuscripts and medieval things and books and you'll stay overnight in a special room, and no one's really stayed there. So it is fantastic.
I mean, it's
Are you
an
going to go
incredible
for
thing.
it?
And how does Jane Austen come into International Women's Day?
Well, Jane Austen definitely comes into it. I think it's gender equality. She wrote 6 novels in the 1800s, and it's the Romantic period where Pride and Prejudice comes into this. Now, during that time, the only way that women could get on really was it was perceived that you had to get married. But obviously she saw that actually you didn't have to do that if you worked hard and educated yourself. There was so much that women could achieve. So she empowered people. So she wrote Pride and Prejudice, and the gorgeous Colin Firth plays Mr. Darcy so well. And the reason why I think people loved him is because he also believed that women should enjoy the same as men, the arts and all those wonderful things.
Then I found out how much his wet shirt sold for.
That wet shirt, which actually looks a little bit not so great when it's not on him, I think it was 25,000, wasn't it?
It went to some enormous
25,000, and they did think it was going to go at auction for about 7,000. So
this week.
Which is fabulous. Lots of different things went from the industry, and it's all gone to charity.
And can I just say finally as well, the breaking news that we're having today is that the British government, along with the American government as well, is doing something for Gaza now, and so we're very pleased to hear about this, because all the human, especially female suffering in Gaza as well, and apparently they're going to be building a pier off the edge of Gaza now so that food and aid can get together. So probably the best International Women's Day story of the lot is that one.
Oh, that's such a relief, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Such a relief.
So we're just going to take a short break now, and we're going to bring on a young female entrepreneur. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. So now we have the lovely Sarah Lawrence with us, and we're really excited. It's International Women's Day. Welcome. So pleased to have you with us. And the good thing about it, we like supporting small businesses, and obviously it's a special day to do that. And I know that you're an entrepreneur that likes to support entrepreneurs, which is interesting. But your business was born out of a need. So I'd be interested to tell us the name of your business and how you started.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, firstly, thank you for having me here. So my business is called 10 out of 10. And we are an online app and platform that connects hair, beauty and wellness professionals to clients. And 10 out of 10 was born when I was looking for a treatment in a new area, and I couldn't find any platform for that apart from social media. So I thought, how great would it be if I could create something like that? And I also noticed a really big gap in the industry where there's no platforms out there that are accessible or support other entrepreneurs.
That's so interesting.
Why get started? So I mean, you know, you've got great looks, if you don't mind me saying.
Thank
So you could be a model, you could be anything. So what what really determined you to actually start your own business in the first place? What's the background behind why you're doing all of this?
So my background is predominantly in psychology, and I really love seeing people create their own businesses. I aspired to be them, and I feel like I could really make a difference in whatever industry I ended up going into. So when I had this idea, I've really put all of my efforts into making sure that I'm supporting other entrepreneurs. I'm making the hair, beauty and wellness industry accessible, and just the ability to make change is where that came from.
Wow.
So do you think, in reality, that the passion that you have for the industry really, it folds very neatly into your passion to have a business at the same time? So do you think passion is really the bedrock for any good entrepreneur?
Absolutely, and I think you always get ups and downs, especially with startup companies, but when you remain passionate about what it is that you're creating, that is where the success comes from. Absolutely.
So you've got all your core values are in what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So our core values really are about making the industry more inclusive, more accessible, and just like you said, we are entrepreneurs supporting other entrepreneurs, and I think we've really tried to create a community more than just a business model, and that business model really is revolving around supporting people. So especially if you've just started out in the hair, beauty and wellness industry and you're looking for a booking platform or to schedule your clients in, we've lowered the barrier to entry by using a really low commission model as opposed to charging big subscription fees or high commission on new clients.
And you know, really at the moment, I know you've been taking soundings, which is where we met the other day. Anything in particular that sort of shocked you about the industry that you thought that people were telling you the types of problems that they've been facing?
Yes, absolutely. So I found out that a lot of people in the industry have a lot of no-shows. So a client will book in and they won't turn up, and unfortunately they might not have paid a deposit, and people are losing out on a lot of money. I also learned a lot about the kind of features that people are looking for in a booking platform, but the one that's really stood out to me the most is how all of these booking platforms, they don't have any accessibility features, which is what I've incorporated into 10 out of 10. So for example, if a client is searching for a treatment, we've got an accessibility filter where they can state what accessibility requirements they have, and then when they search for a treatment, only the service providers that can accommodate those accessibility requirements will come up. And I think it's so important because everybody deserves to be able to treat themselves and feel good about themselves.
Perfect, that sounds great. With reference to commission, and because I come from a sort of casting background, so interested in the commission, I remember you saying that it's a very transparent service.
Yeah.
So how does it work? Someone will book. How does the client then pay you? Is it?
So what will happen is a client will find a treatment that they like and a service provider they like. They will have a chat with them if they want to, and then when they book, usually the service provider will place a deposit down, so they'll either pay the deposit and then pay the full amount after. But from the business model side of things, 10 out of 10 will take 4.25% commission, and then the payment processing fees are 0.5%. So in total that's 4.75%, which is a really minimal amount. But the reason that I have my heart set on this business model is because I didn't want anybody to be paying 10 out of 10 until they're getting paid, whereas a lot of other platforms have subscription fees and they also take really high percentages of commission for new clients, and I really didn't want to do that. We want to encourage people to grow their business.
So finally, what's the dream?
Wow, so the dream, I would love to expand into Europe and eventually worldwide. I would love to have offices all over the UK, and I would also love to myself go anywhere in the UK and go on 10 out of 10 and be able to book in any treatment that I want because we've got people everywhere. I also would love to see more entrepreneurs actually taking that jump and starting their own businesses because 10 out of 10 has given them that opportunity to do so. That is really the dream.
Wow.
And finally, because unfortunately time is against us today as well, how can people get in contact with you?
So you can either visit our website, 10outof10.com, or you can contact me directly at sarah@10outof10.com.
Great. Do you think women make great entrepreneurs?
Absolutely. Yeah, no shadow of a doubt. We really do.
Excellent. Yay. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Sarah.
Take care. And now we have our wonderful colleague Philip Sykes from the British School of Excellence. And again today, it's International Women's Day, we're going to talk about some etiquette. And Helena has got some great questions for you, Philip, as well.
As always. Philip, you're so great because everything that you do really empowers people and, you know, makes them want to be the best and be the best versions of themselves. But I know that you run some great courses, but one of them is a sort of lady etiquette course. And so I'm really interested to know a little bit more.
Absolutely, and hello to both of you. It's so wonderful to see you on this Friday, the 8th of March. What a beautiful, big, important day this is. And I think, what a great question, Helena. As an organization, we really are very versatile. We adapt very easily to engaging with all walks of life, diversity, and all that sort of thing. And one of our courses is the elegant touch, the elegant lady, building confidence and giving them the tools to really feel comfortable in any given situation. And that is very diverse. It's not a set in stone program, but the programs we have run with great success focus on the likes of, you know, connecting at networking events, walking into a room with confidence, how to dress accordingly, and not only that, how to dress for your shape, your figure, your complexion. So we bring in a color analysis, and our amazing stylist, image consultant takes everyone on a journey. We bring in a makeup artist, we bring in people to talk about hair and the importance of the style of hair. I mean, these things people might think are trivial or very nice things to have. But actually, at the end of the day, think about yourself. When you feel good in how you look and how you present yourself, it elevates your confidence to a completely different level. And this is what our programs do for the Elegant Touch, the lady program. And from there, we talk about posture. We go into body language skills and techniques. We then go into the art of small talk and conversation, and I mentioned networking skills. We then delve into the fine dining side of things, as in dining etiquette, Western style. We obviously go through the other styles of dining etiquette around the world, but predominantly focus on Western style dining. We, in some of our courses, even incorporate some flower arranging. We incorporate the afternoon tea, the art of afternoon tea, and the afternoon tea etiquette. So there's so many wonderful topics that we cover and focus on.
Can I ask a question, Philip, because it just pops into my head. Who do you think has more confidence, men or women?
Yeah, and I think it's a very interesting question. You've got on the hop here. I'm going to almost sit on the fence on this one. I think it boils down to character. It really does. And I think predominantly, most probably, if you put, let's say, all the men in the world, all the women in the world, I would say men most probably may outweigh women slightly in certain aspects. That's because of the testosterone, the macho-ness, the ego that sort of stems through. I think women have a more dynamic and subtle way of handling situations. And if you want a direct answer or someone to tell you the truth, a lot of the time I'll ask my wife, because she shoots from the hip and doesn't mince her words. And I really respect that and like that. And again, I think women take on too much here in Helena. I think women, who I'm a big fan of women, and we get a huge amount of incredible women from all age groups coming through our programs. And women, for me, really do take on too much in this world. And personally, it's a personal thing. I think women should be put in power and left to run the different countries. I think there would be a lot less interference physically, and violence would be sort of hopefully put down on the wayside. And I just think women have a certain way of handling themselves in especially under a lot of pressure. And I know it's a bit of a generalization, but that's just my opinion.
Philip, here. That's what I would say, and I completely concur. I love that. it makes me think, I've been at an event this morning which was really empowering, and I heard lots of stories. And do you find with lady etiquette, just an all-female course, is it certain cultures that would rather it just be women, do you feel?
There are certain cultures, Helena, and again, I think it's not necessarily one specific culture. Put it realistically, in the Arabic community, women potentially from the more stricter sort of countries in the UAE would potentially work women in a group of women, whereas other countries may want to bring a couple of gentlemen in, or have a gentleman deliver the program. In certain aspects, it very much would be a woman coach and instructor, but not all the time. And we get a huge, I've worked and I've been privileged to work with Arabic women who are completely fully clothed in the full garb. And all I met and could really get to know them through was their eyes, which I truly believe our eyes are the sort of window to our soul. And I never got to see them without their sort of the full regalia on. And so, I think predominantly it's sort of that's a good question. I don't have a direct answer, but I think I have answered in a roundabout way.
And Philip, your wife has just launched a swimsuit costume organisation as well. Just give us a little bit of information about that.
Absolutely. I'm hugely proud of my wife. She's incredibly talented. She's been in the lingerie, beachwear, underwear, swimwear, clothing industries for the last 25 years. Incredibly talented. She used to supply all the big chain stores here in the United Kingdom and the online brands under their label. And now she's launching Bay London, BAYE, baylondon.com. It's focusing on beautiful costumes for the slightly older woman and beach wear that you can wear at resorts, and beautiful beach covers. And it launches, the first launch date is the 14th of March, this month, next week, Thursday, out of South Africa. And then from there, it'll start to launch in various countries around the world.
Wow, that's perfect. I love that. I look forward to seeing it, because swimwear is so important as you get older. So I suppose the cut's really brilliant.
It's beautiful.
I'm going to ask a bit of a cheeky one, and you don't have to answer. You know how we have, it's probably more over here, there's like room 101, and you put certain things in that you maybe don't like too much. Yes. When it comes to etiquette and maybe bad manners, do you have something that you would put in your 101, or a few things that if you get my drift? That may be a bit cheeky, but it made me think.
Expand on that a little bit for me, please, Helena, because I think I'm liking the sound of this question.
So a room 101 here in the UK, it's if you've got something that you're grumbly about or you don't like very much, you pop it into room 101, and I think it came from a TV programme. But I wondered, obviously, when you're teaching people etiquette and they're being the best version of themselves, there's certain things that maybe they do that they want to improve on, and you can help them achieve that. Is there something that you would put in the 101 do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think what Helena's trying to get is, what are your pet hates?
I was trying to be diplomatic without saying.
My pet hates in general with people is who spend money on trying to improve themselves, and then they don't go off and practice and put it into their lifestyle. That's something very important. In our industry, we want to obviously please people and make sure we give them the confidence, but at the same time, and I don't want this to come across as, we're not an industry to make friends with those people. In other words, we end up 9 times out of 10 becoming very friends-oriented and friendly. We have an open door policy in our organization, but we're also very direct. So it might even be telling someone in no uncertain terms, you need to get your teeth straightened, or you need to have your teeth whitened, or your body odor is not complimenting you. These are the things. This is the beautiful thing about building your confidence, is there's always going to be something trying to hold us back, and that's a lot of the time takes place in our head. And it's unlocking those doors for people. So being direct with the art of diplomacy is something that I think we've learned to adopt pretty well here at the British School of Excellence. And I hope I've got the gist of your question.
Excellent, yes.
Thank you for sharing that with us. That's really helpful.
Philip, as always, time is against us. So again, how can people get in contact with you?
Wonderful. Thank you, Ian. So let's just finish off by saying today and every day, let's honor the remarkable women in our lives and around the world. And here's to their incredible strength, their dreams, their achievements, and their invaluable contributions to our world. And it is a big happy Valentine's Day, a big happy International Women's Day. We at the British School of Excellence can be contacted at www.thebritishschoolofexcellence.com. We've got WhatsApp numbers on our website. We love direct approaches. Please reach out to us and we would love to connect and engage with you.
Philip, great. Have a great day again and thank you so much and good luck with the launch next week. Take care.
Take care. Thank you both. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, it's been another great show. You know, obviously we've based it around International Women's Day today and how we value, you know, everything that you're doing as well.
No, absolutely.
You know, more than anything.
I mean, it's sort of a reminder as well of thinking of people that you've admired from a young age as well.
Yes.
It makes me think. So, yes, it's very empowering.
And so I'd just like to thank everyone again today. I'd like to thank HELENA Castrati of ALB UK Television for the facilities, USA Global TV who are putting out the show again now, and Sky 585 Love World now who will be working with us at the same time, collaborating together. So from me, Ian Pelham Turner.
And from me, HELENA CHARD.
Stay tuned, stay happy, and we'll see you again next week. Bye for now.